You know what's wild? Nearly 1,000 years ago, a scholar warned us exactly how our economy would break, and we're watching it happen in real time. His name was Al-Ghazali, and he understood something most economists today still can't admit. Money isn't just numbers on a screen, it's a belief system, and when that belief dies, everything collapses. Let me tell you why this matters to you right now. Picture this. It's around 1100 CE. Europe's struggling through poverty while the Islamic world is thriving. Baghdad, Damascus, Cairo, these cities are buzzing with wealth. Trade routes packed with silk and silver, markets exploding with activity. Society's getting rich fast, faster than anyone can process. And right in the middle of this boom, there's Al-Ghazali, this brilliant Persian scholar who's watching everyone chase money like it's the meaning of life, and he's thinking, something's deeply wrong here. He's not some monk preaching poverty. He's a philosopher, a jurist, someone who gets both markets and morality. And he starts asking a question nobody wants to hear. What happens when a civilization gets rich faster than it gets wise? Here's where it gets interesting. Al-Ghazali looked at money completely differently than anyone before him. He called it a mirror, worthless on its own, valuable only for what it reflects. Money's power isn't in the gold itself, it's in what it lets people trade, build, cooperate. Simple idea, right? But then he drops this bomb. Hoarded money is dead money. When the wealthy lock wealth away, they're not just being greedy, they're strangling the entire economy. He literally said it's like freezing society's bloodstream. Sound familiar? Because right now, billionaires are sitting on more wealth than entire nations while people can't afford rent. That's not an accident, that's exactly what he predicted. But wait, it gets darker. Al-Ghazali saw speculation as a disease. Merchants manipulating prices, creating fake shortages, profiting from crises. He called it corruption. Pure and simple. And here's the scary part. He said once corruption takes hold, it spreads like a virus through every institution until the whole system rots. Look around you. Housing markets, crypto crashes, predatory lending, crisis profiteering. We're living in his nightmare. Now, you might think he was anti-business, but no, he believed in trade, in markets, in wealth creation. His real target was dishonest trade, lying, cheating, manipulating information, using fake weights. He understood something crucial. Markets only work when people trust each other. Once trust dies, the economy dies with it. That's why your grocery prices keep rising while companies post record profits. That's why you don't trust banks anymore. That's why every financial crisis feels like the system's rigged against you. Because it is, and Al-Ghazali explained why 9 centuries ago. Here's where it gets really uncomfortable. He warned about governments manipulating currency. Medieval rulers would dilute gold coins to stretch their budgets, basically stealing from their people through inflation. Al-Ghazali called it exactly what it was, theft. And he predicted that when states mess with money too much, people lose faith and abandon the currency entirely. Does this sound like anything happening today? Venezuela, Argentina, people literally fleeing their own money because they can't trust it anymore. Your savings losing value every year while they print more money and tell you it's fine. That's not economics, that's betrayal, exactly what he warned about. But the most chilling part? Al-Ghazali said a society can survive poverty, but it cannot survive corruption. Economic collapse isn't about running out of resources, it's about the breakdown of trust. That invisible glue holding every transaction, every contract, every institution together. When trust erodes, even the richest nation becomes fragile. Think about that for a second. You don't trust your government. You don't trust corporations. You don't trust the financial system. You're watching institutions fail in real time, and you're wondering why everything feels like it's falling apart. This is why. And here's what really matters to you. Al-Ghazali understood that people hoard out of fear, speculate out of greed, cheat when they think they can get away with it. He knew you can't fix an economy without fixing the incentives that shape human behavior. Laws matter, markets matter, but behind them are people making choices driven by emotion and ambition and fear. Right now, your system rewards the wrong behaviors. It rewards speculation over contribution. It rewards manipulation over honesty. It rewards short-term profit over long-term stability. And unless those incentives change, you're headed for collapse. Not because the math stops working, because people stop trusting each other. Look at your world right now. Record debt, speculative frenzies, widening inequality, institutional distrust, inflation, eating your paycheck, housing bubbles, political gridlock. Al-Ghazali would look at this mess and say exactly what he wrote 1,000 years ago. Where justice is lost, prosperity cannot remain. You're living through the exact crisis he predicted. Every financial bubble that bursts, every scandal that breaks, every time you feel the system's rigged, that's his warning coming true. Because he understood something economists won't tell you. Money is not a mechanical object, it's a moral ecosystem. When the moral framework disintegrates, the financial system follows right behind it. So here's your takeaway, your protection in this chaos. If money becomes detached from morality, the system will eventually break. You're watching it break right now. The technology is different, markets move faster, the scale is global, but the human behaviors are identical. The same greed, the same fear, the same shortcuts, the same corruption. History doesn't repeat exactly, but it sure rhymes, and if you don't understand these patterns, they'll crush you. Al-Ghazali wasn't preaching religion, he was describing reality, your reality. And the most unsettling truth? He figured this out before capitalism even existed, before central banks, before global markets, and yet he nailed exactly how your economy would fail. That's not prophecy, that's pattern recognition. So next time you're wondering why everything feels broken, why you can't get ahead, why the system seems designed to fail you, remember, a medieval scholar called it a millennium ago, and we're living through his warning right now.